Hello you guys. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Alexia. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my breastfeeding essentials, things that were super important to me with breastfeeding, things that helped with my journey a lot. If you have been following me for a while, you know that my journey was nothing short of complicated. So I'm just going to share with you some of the things that really helped me get through it. So the first thing I'm going to say is a haka or a pump. Oh, also if you hear the little keyboard in the back, my son is on his little play mat and he's enjoying himself. Just try to ignore that. So the first thing that I'm going to recommend is a haka or a pump. It's super easy to get engorged or just need to empty out more than what your baby does. So it's definitely essential to get a haka or a pump. I recommend the haka for me because I had an oversupply and the pump seemed to make me have even more of an oversupply. So now I only pump when I need it, but a lot of people pump like daily, regularly. I definitely recommend a haka or a pump if you are planning to breastfeed. Okay, nipple shields were the most essential part of my entire breastfeeding journey. When Bentley was first born, he had a really hard time latching and then it also hurt me really bad. We used nipple shields for probably like the first 2 months. They changed the game for us. He did finally get his latch and now like we haven't been using them for the longest time and I don't have any pain when he feeds. It's been great ever since we got off of them, so they were very, very helpful for us. Okay, the next thing is nipple cream. I used nipple cream pretty much after every feeding for the first couple of weeks because it was just so raw. They were like cracked and chapped and it was just super painful. And I would just put the cream on after every time that he nursed and they healed up pretty quickly. It helped with the pain, I would say, so I definitely recommend it. Okay, set a schedule, and by this I mean we kind of do on-demand feeding, but for the most part he feeds at the same times every day and it's pretty much always on an even number for us. So like he'll eat at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like that's how he feeds. That's just what he does, and he likes to eat every 2 hours. At the very beginning it was super helpful for me to really strictly follow 2 hours on the dot, and if he was sleeping I would wake him up to feed him, and that's just what worked for us. Now I just do on demand, and if he's sleeping I let him sleep, and if he's hungry I let him eat, and I just do whatever he's giving me cues for. Find whatever you want to follow and then stick to that, but at the same time, it's also okay to change your mind. So I don't know, don't listen to me. The next thing on my list is to drink lots of water. I know everybody always says that and it's like the most annoying thing to hear, but it's really so important. And especially if you're anything like me, I was drinking a ton of water at the end of my pregnancy and then I just basically stopped drinking water after he was born. My body took a hit from that. Definitely make sure that you're drinking a lot of water. It's super important for your milk supply and then also just for your general health and wellness while you are nourishing another human being. And along the same lines of that, make sure that you're taking in enough calories, because every time that you nurse you're burning calories, and a lot of people, including myself, do not take in enough calories when they're breastfeeding, and that will contribute to all kinds of things, including a drop in your milk supply. So make sure that you are eating enough. I know it's hard because I know that you want to lose weight because of all the baby weight, but you have to eat. It's so important. So make sure you're taking in enough calories, and also keep that in mind if you are working out or doing the no pants dance. Just keep in mind that all of those things are burning extra calories on top of nursing, so make sure that you are taking in enough to replenish that. Okay, the next thing on my list is a lactation consultant. I really think that everybody should at least talk to a lactation consultant. You don't need to have them come touch up on you and show you what to do necessarily, but I just think that there's so much about breastfeeding that is hard and complicated or confusing, and I just think that it's beneficial to have a lactation consultant in your back pocket to answer any questions that you may have, because they're going to be the best point of resource for breastfeeding questions as opposed to say your child's pediatrician or your gynecologist. The lactation consultant is way more specialized in it, so they will know more. So some things that can help with either clogged ducts or getting the flow of your milk going or your supply: massage while you're nursing. Like literally take your hands and like massage while you're nursing your baby or while you're pumping if you're pumping. Also warm compresses either before or while nursing or pumping are also beneficial. I also have nursing pads for leaking. At the very beginning, whenever all my milk was coming in and my body didn't know what the hell was going on, I leaked a lot. So nursing pads are a nice extra barrier to not go through your shirt at least. And then with that, I also have, of course, nursing bras. Nursing bras are those bras that have the little clips to easily pull down either one side or both sides to feed your baby, or they like pull over to feed your baby. You definitely want nursing bras, nursing shirts, nursing gowns, especially in those first few weeks. You want something that's super accessible to open up and access. And then this one is personal preference. If you are anything like me and you're just not personally comfortable with nursing in public and letting people see you, then I highly recommend a nursing cover. cover. Now with that, I will say you can use swaddles, you can use blankets, you can use shirts, like you can use anything to cover up, but just be conscious that if you're not comfortable with breastfeeding in public, your baby might sometimes have to eat in public, right? In your diaper bag, I would highly recommend putting something to cover if that's what you need to do. And then my last thing that I have on the list is gonna be milk storage bags. Make sure that you have storage bags if you're planning on pumping at all. I really like having a stash of milk in my freezer for a rainy day, or if I want to get a margarita or whatever may happen. I have a stash of milk if I dry up, things like that. So I do pump sometimes, and obviously you need a bag to put the milk in. That is my list of breastfeeding essentials. I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all next week.